Happy 2025. In this episode, we are talking about practical ways you are going to actually hit the goal of not using your phone this year. I polled a few people and asked what was the biggest goal that you keep trying to set and it never works out. And everyone was saying, not using my phone. I always say I'm going to use my phone less. And sure, you can go on do not disturb or you can like set different focus systems. I've given these pieces of advice before, but that can only go so far because when the phone's in your hand, you can so easily just like even with those apps that are like, setting time limits, you can just X out, like it's such a it's a habit. It's a habit that you have of wanting to be on your phone. So, we need to make actual changes and I've made a list in my notebook as step one. I didn't make this on my phone or my laptop. This is written in my notebook. If you're here on YouTube, hi, you can see me reading this notebook. If you're here on the podcast, make sure you go and subscribe to the YouTube channel where the video versions of the podcast live. So, we're going to get into this episode of ways you are going to use your phone less this year and you're going to dominate this goal. It's going to be the goal that you absolutely win this year. And guess what? Winning this goal is actually going to help all of your other goals thrive too. So I'm excited about this one. Let's get into it.
Welcome to Perspective with Kaylee Phillips, the safe space to get deep, break through, and find alignment. Here we prioritize wholehearted self-love, passion-driven careers, and living your absolute best life. You're here for a reason, so jump into the good energy, put your rose-colored glasses on, and tune in for massive impact and growth. I'm your host, KP, ready to release perfect and welcome perspective.
The first thing you're going to do is get a notepad to put on your fridge. This helped with the grocery shopping thing. Like I'm on my phone the whole time I'm grocery shopping because I use my notes app to create my shopping list. But now we got this cute little magnetic notepad. It's on my Amazon storefront, or you can just like get them at Five Below or somewhere random. But it's just a magnet on the fridge. You're in the kitchen, you know you're out of this thing. Instead of picking up your phone and starting to make a list, you write it on the list on the fridge. Then when you're on your way out the door, you grab the notepad or you peel off like the top page. It's perfect. And it's like what everyone used to do. This is what's at my grandma's house. Like, why not? And even like we used to write things down and then take a picture of the list. Why? Just bring the list with you. So that's what you're going to do first. Then you're going to go shopping for a coloring book. And you are going to put this coloring book somewhere. Like for me, I keep it by my living room couch because when I'm sitting on the couch and I'm watching TV, I want to be doing something else at the same time. I'm a multitasking like ADD queen where I like to be watching a show and playing a game on my phone. Now, instead, I'm watching a show and I'm coloring. This coloring book just lives somewhere really accessible. So it's not like, all right, we have to get out all the coloring stuff. It's just right there, right next to the couch where I like to sit. And I just open up my coloring book and I grab my cute little pens or my markers and I start coloring. That is really going to help you with the mindless scrolling. Then you're going to get a cute little thesaurus and a little dictionary. This was kind of like part of the inspiration for this episode because I was trying to think of a word for something and instead of really using my brain and like using brain power, I just instantly opened up Google and was like, what's another word for this? Which is what we all do, right? And like you could say like, yeah, work smarter, not harder. Technology helps us all. But at the same time, in the moment, I was like, I wish I just used my brain a little bit. Like, I feel like I could have thought of that, but I just gave up so quickly. And if I had a cute little thesaurus and a dictionary on my desk, that would encourage me to pick up my phone less during my workday and just in general. And also, if I can create that habit, it will help empower me to use my brain power instead. You know what I mean? Like it's just so easy when our phone is always right there. But even right now, usually my phone would be right next to me as I'm recording, but my phone is just I don't even remember where I put it. I put it outside somewhere. And we have to get in the habit of not picking it up so much as a crutch. So that's why you're going to have your little thesaurus because you're either going to say, "All right, I can't look it up on my phone. Let me use my brain for at least 10 seconds. Like give me at least 10 seconds of thinking time before I resort to looking it up." And then if you're going to look it up, you're going to use your thesaurus, and that's going to help you obviously use your phone less, but also use your brain more. Then you're going to pick up reading as a habit. Whether you read 10 pages this year or 20,000 books, it's been such a funny trend on Book Talk to like make parody videos of I read 9,000 books this year, and here's how. It's like I was listening to an audiobook in the left ear and a different one in the right ear, and I was watching a book that's also a movie and reading on my Kindle and my book at the same time. Because like, it's so ridiculous. Like, it's not a contest. It's not about how many books you read. It's just about the enjoyment, and books are art. It's an art form, so you're supposed to enjoy the process and consume the art with, intention. So, it's not about, like, a race, but I will say last year, so 2024, I read 15 books. My goal was 12. The year before that, I could not even get through one book. I set the goal of reading 3, I didn't get through one. And that change was literally just changing the genre I was reading and changing the mindset of it's not a race, it's just to enjoy the books. And the more I let myself just enjoy the books and be in the book and like really get lost in whether it's the fantasy or whatever book I was reading, that really helped me read faster. Like, without thinking about reading fast, I was able to read faster because I was just enjoying it. But reading is such a good habit to have. And before bed, so I've said this before, don't use your phone before bed. We can say that all we want, but are you actually going to do it? This is where I want you to invest in either a red lamp or a Govee light. I highly recommend a Govee light. I've had my Govee light since high school. I will never get rid of it. I don't care how old I get. I am always going to have my cute little Govee light right next to me because it's perfect. You can make it any color you want. And we turn it red every night. So that red energy already helps you like fall asleep easier and just calms your mind. And reading with the red is just such a vibe. It's such a vibe, and it's so much better than scrolling on your phone before bed. And it's just so healthy. Like, I dream better because I'm someone who struggles with nightmares, but I dream so much nicer when I read before bed. So pick up reading as a habit. And like I said, whether that's a book sitting on your dresser that sits there all year long and you read a few words each night, you're building the habit, you know? Or if you're constantly reading a new book every day, I'm proud of you either way. It's not a contest, but picking up that habit is really going to help you. And try different genres because I was really stuck in nonfiction, self help books, and like biographies when I first was trying to read. And those are fine. But for me, I do so much better in fiction, like love stories, rom coms. I love that vibe. So just try different things and see what's going to work for you. Okay, now this one is really fun. I want you to change your lock screen to some type of text that says, why are you picking up your phone right now? So there's a lot of different ways you can do this. I can think of a fun few different aesthetics in my head. First, you can just go into Canva and make it yourself, or you can text it to yourself, like, girl, why are you picking up your phone right now? Or even type in your name, like, Kaylee, why are you picking up your phone right now? And then screenshot that and like crop it so that it's like screensaver background size, so that when you tap on your phone, it makes your pickups more intentional. So go into your settings and look at how many times you pick up your phone a day. You can easily go and see that. Try to get that number down. How are you going to do it? Look at your phone and say, why am I picking up my phone right now? Am I just picking up to mindlessly scroll? Am I picking up because I'm bored? Or do I genuinely need to pick up my phone? And we want to try to reduce that number to every time you're picking up, it's with a purpose, not just mindless. So that those words being right in front of your face when you go to pick up your phone might help you put it back down for a moment and think, why am I doing this? Next thing you're going to do is put some fun things around the house and in your car. So you can put like poetry books, crossword books. We love word search books. You can get them at the dollar store, magazines, and a Bop It. You're going to go get a Bop It. Getting a Bop It was one of the best investments we made for like company entertainment and conversation and like healing boredom. So on our living room table, we always keep a magazine that's like a Grey's Anatomy magazine, and people always come over, you sit down, and you either go on your phone or you come over, you sit down, and you see a magazine on the table, you pick it up, that starts a conversation. And then on top of the magazine is a Bop It. And I just love to play the Bop It. And people come over, they're like, what is this? Or they know what it is and they start playing it. It's so great. And it's just such a great, like, easy little game. Because, you can have like board games and like card games and stuff, but that's like a full, all right, let's get out the board games and play. But the Bop It just sits there so like it's just like welcoming. It's like sitting there asking to be played. So I love the Bop It and little things like affirmation cards around your house, just little things that um can strike up like conversation and are easy to like pick up and look through, like little mini books. We have a mini book that's like small words of encouragement. You can just flip through and it's like cute little quotes that help you get going through the day. But the poetry book is a really great idea. I have one of those in my car. So when I'm waiting for gas or when I'm waiting to get my oil changed or I'm sitting in traffic, I could pick up my phone and scroll, or I pick up that little poetry book. I mean, don't read and drive, but when you're sitting stopped, it's nice to have something in the car that you can pick up that isn't your phone. So that's a really fun one that you're going to do. And then don't bring your phone with you on your walks. So I always say go for your like hot girl walks every day. It's harder in the winter, at least here. It's been really chilly and windy, but in the summer, this is a really big one because we love to go for our hot girl walks. And the difference between walking with your phone and walking without your phone is hugely different. It's literally a different experience. Now, if you're scared, you can put your phone in your pocket or like in your purse. Like sometimes I feel a little nervous walking around the city. Like if I left my phone at home, that would be a little bit spooky, but don't pick it up, just walk and enjoy. I like playing the color game while I'm walking. Like how many blue things can you find? And like when you get to 10, then you switch to a different color. That's a really fun one. Or following the color too. If you're like not going a specific destination, you're walking around in a neighborhood, you kind of follow like, okay, every time I see something red, I'm going to go towards that direction and you see where it takes you. So yeah, those are my ideas for you to use your phone less in 2025. If you have any other ideas, drop them in the comment section on the YouTube channel. I want to hear your ideas because I'm going to be implementing them. I'm definitely implementing all of these, and I hope you do too. I hope this episode was helpful for you, and I can't wait for the next episode. Let me know what episodes you want to see in the comments, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. Love you all, and don't forget to subscribe and leave a review of the podcast because that helps push the podcast out to more people like you that want to see videos like this. All right, bye guys.